This NFT right here is where it's at, and it's probably the most undervalued golden moment at the moment. With the Veve Pixar drop that came out Sunday, I came into this thinking that we were going to see overly inflated prices and an extremely significant overpay for all of the collectibles that dropped. But seeing the drop and experiencing the time after the drop, we realized that these collectibles are actually kind of underpriced right now. I think the majority of the community is scared from the mistakes that they made with the lenticular cards. Obviously, these aren't the lenticular cards, and they both have their advantages and whatnot. It's obvious that the Pixar ones have not been given the same amount of hype that the Mickey and Friends ones were. Yes, it's true worldwide, or you look at something like Minnie, Donald Duck, or Daisy, and you look at them and you see that they're all over Disney parks, Disney merchandise. They're the big ones, and it makes sense that they're worth hundreds of dollars. They get a lot of attention. But what doesn't add up is that we got something like Mike Wazowski sitting for something as low as 70 gems, going on the market for 68 gems. The Up House for 120, Edna Mode for 124, and Lightning McQueen for 143. This is ridiculous. Why are significantly popular characters with a significantly less number of minted collectibles going for so much lower than the lenticulars right out of the gate? So one theory that I have is just people are scared. Obviously it just makes sense that after they seen like the way they took that hit from Mickey Mouse, all these people, Dino paying $4,000 for a Goofy, which was stupid at the time, and he acknowledges that, but now he's scared. He knows he's not going to make the same mistake, and he's not going to try and FOMO in and try and get this Woody at a low price. It's just another thing that's very confusing to me is how is Woody sitting at 300 gems, more than double the ultra rare of the set, which is Edna Mode. I mean, at the end of the day, it's true, these collectibles aren't going to be a big deal like the Wall-E or the Pixar truck, but Mike Wazowski going for as low as 70 gems, the memes on Mike Wazowski alone should make it worth 70 gems, not even taking into account his cultural significance. I want to show you guys the charts. Monsters Inc. placed 114 in terms of top grossing movies ever when adjusted for inflation, where the best Toy Story movie was Toy Story 3, and that placed 102, right? So yes, it makes sense that Woody's more popular, Woody's more cooler, but it doesn't make sense that he's that much higher. This is it's $100 million difference, but that's like 30% of box sales. So why is Mike Wazowski's like the Buzz Lightyear to Woody, right? So it's like, yes, it's like second tier. So there's a lot like holding against Mike Wazowski, but Mike is literally less than a third of Woody's price. Why? I recognize that Woody is a very valuable character, and he's cool, and he's got 3 movies, and yes, the other movies from Monsters Incorporated place high here, just right underneath Monsters Incorporated, whereas Monsters Incorporated has like just one movie, and that's where it is, and it's flat. So, but I just still can't wrap my head around why Mike Wazowski is worth less than a third of the price of Woody. That to me is mind-boggling. It shouldn't make that much. Like if Buzz Lightyear was released alongside Woody, Buzz Lightyear would be like probably like $250, right? It would be right there with Woody. Like there'd be no reason why they wouldn't be similar prices. And just look no further than Finn and Jake on the app. Jake is significantly higher priced than Finn, and even though Jake is the side character, like it doesn't really matter. It just matters how likable the characters are. I want to show you guys that before we get in the charts. Shout out to the guy who made this app. Like it's doing so well, and he's like keeps updating and just doing great. I just want to give major respect to him. This is essentially what the prices look like, right, for all the characters. Edna Mode. Obviously, they're all going to be very volatile, and it really comes down to what people are talking about and what they're saying about them. If people like the way they're talking about them, they're going to go up a little bit, they're going to go down a little bit. But right now, it's just like everyone's just speculating on this stuff. That's why it moves so much. Y'all, if you got the money to throw at this, these are wonderful pickups, especially Mike Wazowski that's been sitting here at 74 gems, and I've given you my reasoning why. But even though this is like the Mike Wazowski that's not in Monsters Incorporated but in Monsters University, it's still it's still there. It's not I just don't think it's worth 1/3 of the value of Buzz Lightyear. And I think it comes down to the fact that people are scared. Again, Lightning McQueen, main character of his movie, should be doing similar to Woody, which is really surprising to me that he's only at 150. He should be sitting up there alongside Woody, or at least just a little bit underneath. Edna Mode, I understand why people don't want her, right? She's obviously like a very much a side character. In my opinion, she's coolest character in the entire movie. Like there's something so special about Edna Mode. I mean, the NFT itself, you know, it's nothing special. Collectibles, not all that amazing or whatnot. But in terms of the fact that it's got the ultra rare tag and it's the first ultra rare Veve NFT, it says a lot. Lastly, if you can forget about all those and you can manage to fork over a little bit extra, you have a very nice spot sitting for you with this Wally NFT. $750 is a steal, and I miss buying into this when I had the chance. There's a point where this NFT was the same as the Steamboat Mickey, and I had that extra 1,000 gems, and I think it was after the Croc drop where I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy Wally, right? And then I think what happened was the price of this barely got out of reach, but the Mickey Mouse was just still underneath, and instead of forking over like the $50 that I could have put in the app to buy that Wally, I instead bought another Mickey Mouse, which was honestly not that big of a move. This NFT right here is where it's at, and it's probably the most undervalued golden moment at the moment. God, even worse that the Pixar the Pizza Planet truck is going even further down. I don't even know what to say about this. The fact that you can pick up a Pizza Planet truck cheaper than Wally is very scary. The Pizza Planet truck is going to be the OG, right? And it's going to appear in the next following Pixar films, and it's going to be there, and it'll never die. It's an OG item. God, it's such a good price. Lastly, I want to give some predictions on these. Everything on the market is looking so tasty. It's like every single day that goes by, every single time I see the prices drop just a little bit more, I just think to myself, I need a job, and I can't wait for the summer where I'm like working my tail off to try and afford things like this, because Jesus, Goofy, this is a steal of a deal. This is such a great price, and this chart says it all. The supply listings are dropping alongside the price. It means it's an overly held down price. It means that there's a very small number of people holding it at that level, when in reality it can be much higher. This down market trend is the same as we see with all the lenticulars, and if I'm being honest, they deserve to be at these low levels. I tried telling you not to buy the lenticulars, and if you watch that video, good for you. I'm glad you're paying attention, but I think because of this, people are scared of the Disney Pixars, and so I think it's vital that we understand the observer effect, right? That people see what's going on means that it's not going to repeat itself in the past. Just because that there's eyes on it means that things are going to change. I think that these Pixar NFTs, the Mike Wazowskis and the Lightning McQueens and the Edna Modes, right? Those Pixar NFTs, especially Edna Mode, she is so undervalued at 120 gems. She should be at least 1,000. Edna Mode is $1,000 NFT. Okay, give it a year, give it 2 years, give it to our next rush, our next spike, or next whatever. Edna Mode will be that price. Right now, their prices are increasing, and I think this is rightfully deserved. I think that this should be happening. I think that more and more people should be buying up at these prices, because it is ridiculous. It's not even funny how undervalued they are. I understand that the lenticulars were first of a kind. They were the first music playing NFTs. They were the first 2D objects, and they're the first lenticulars. They're very big first, and they're the first of the Mickey Mouses. They're big. They're big. It's just hard to say that those features, those things, that novelty is worth 10 times more than Edna Mode. It's really hard to say. I think it's a steal right now. I think all these Pixar NFTs are steals right now. I just wish I had more money to throw at this, because the more you buy and the more you hold, the more money you're gonna make. 2 years, 3 years. I'm so excited to see where these go, and I'm so excited to see where my prediction lies. My intuition is just telling me that that these don't belong here, and that's my personal opinion. I want to hear exactly what you have to think about it in the comments. All right, drop it and just kind of share where we're at. Yeah, how are you feeling about this? Also, do you want to see more market analysis videos? It's hard to make these kinds of things, but I'm excited to do it. I want to do it. So yeah. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, all you can ever do is stick to your intuition, follow your heart, follow your gut, do what's right for you, and take care. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Stay safe. Bye.